We'll be moving. Lockdown in London during lockdown. I mean, it's okay. Multiple lockdowns. Corona is over. A very good morning from London. It's Friday here today. I don't know if you can hear me because of the noise. I probably should be going. But yeah, it's Friday here today, and I decided to show you around this area because I will be moving next week. So who knows when I'm gonna be back. So I'm taking you to Victoria Park, a coffee shop, and maybe Myland Park too. But let's see, I'll be walking around the streets too, so it should be quite interesting. This neighborhood is called Tower Hamlets, and it's actually just few stops away from Tower Hill, where the famous London Bridge is, so it is quite a good location. There are also lots of bike stations around, so I've been exploring a lot by bicycle during all the lockdowns, so it was quite nice. And now we are approaching Roman Road Street, which is like a market street basically. It actually looks much better from the other side, so I might just walk extra 5 minutes to show you a proper Roman road, because at the moment it looks like abandoned street or something. So yeah, it's basically a street with lots of bakeries, coffee shops, cafes, and just shops in general, like Tesco. And now we are going to Victoria Park, which is literally like 5-10 minutes away from my home, which was so amazing, especially during lockdown. And I was always wondering like how my commute to work will be from this area. I was wondering for the whole year, and you know what? For the whole year we were working from home in London because of multiple lockdowns basically. We never came back to the office, so I never literally even went to work from this area, which is insane. So behind me is actually the place where I learned cycling during first lockdown, because I realized that transport is not working. I mean, it was working, just wasn't allowed to use it, so I couldn't go anywhere. So at least I learned cycling to keep myself occupied and just go to the park, and it was super nice. I didn't even know that I can learn how to cycle in your mid-20s, but I am very happy that I did it. And in case you are wondering how I learned cycling at that age, I think my number one tip will be go on a little hill like this one behind me, because when you go downhill you sort of don't need to worry about pedaling, it's more about balance. And that's what helped me. Once I realized how to actually balance on the bicycle, it became much easier to actually cycling on a straight road. So I'm in Victoria Park, right? And I found like a film crew. They're probably filming something. I don't know for what. Maybe it's just news, or maybe a film, a vlog. I don't know. Let's see. They are filming. It may not actually look like it, but it is a fountain behind me. Because it says it is a fountain, but for me fountain is something when you can actually see water going up and down. So yeah, it's a weird one, but let me know what you think. Does it look like a fountain for you or not? This park is actually divided into two parts. I now will be going out of the first part in order to show you a little bit of a Hackney area with all of the cafes and bakeries. I don't think I will get anything from the coffee shop in there because I want to show you a different coffee shop, if it makes sense. But then we will be coming back to the park because I want to show you the pond, or a lake. I guess a pond with a proper fountain and some swans as well. So it would be really nice. Also, just a quick note, this video is being filmed in late February, meaning UK is still going through stages of lockdown. So at the moment we are allowed to be in our local area, but the places like shopping and movies and stuff like that are still closed. We can still get the takeaway food, but we are only allowed to see one friend. So yeah, very strict times.
I wanna escape and restart all.
Oh my god, this car reminds me of home for some reason, because we have lots of retro cars. I am now taking you to a secret place. It's a street actually. It's a very beautiful street that I found myself. So don't tell anyone, but it's really pretty. So that's why I want to show you.
I wanna escape you.
I had a very nice lady randomly starting talking to me, which was super nice. She just wished me a nice day. She said what a lovely weather. Have a good day.
You too, darling. God bless, love. Bye, dear.
I just love when people do that. At first, when I arrived in this country, I'm like, please don't talk to me. I want to avoid any human interaction as much as possible. But now I'm just more open-minded, and it's great that it's changing, to be honest, because it should be normal, you know, even like to approach strangers and wish them a good day or just do a small talk. There's nothing wrong with it. It's actually great. But also saying that, the more I listen to my English on camera, the more I realize how bad it actually is, although it's been more than 7 years in this country, plus 10 years of education. I don't really know how to improve that. Maybe some accent removing classes, because I know the words, it's just they sound really weird when I listen to it. So yeah, I'm a bit confused what to do about that. Back into the park. So when I first came to this park, I was very confused because everyone, literally everyone, was either running or cycling. Lots of people. And I'm not sure if it's because it was a lockdown and people just didn't go to work, so they decided to get fit, or it's just usually like this. I don't know. But it's very inspiring, you know, to do stuff. So now I have shown you the second fountain, actually with a rainbow, which even more beautiful than it is already. And now I'm just sitting on a bench, because some of the benches are opened and some of them have a sign, don't sit on a bench. So I'm really confused. So it's like Corona is spreading on one bench but not on the other bench. It's really weird. I'm slowly exiting Victoria Park to make it to the coffee shop, and I just want to say that another thing that I really like about this area is that there are lots of canals. There's another walk that you can take. There are lots of different colorful boats and the views are really nice. So yeah, let me show you. Why am I talking about it if I can just show you the view? This is the bikes that I've been using during lockdown. In case you are not from London, there is a system in place where you can hire a bike for £2 and you use it for half an hour. If you put it back into any station within half an hour, you can then take another one for free. So every 30 minutes you change the bike, and that way you get access for it for the whole day for just £2. I think it's really a useful system. I mean, I've been using it a lot because I didn't want to get a bike as I'm constantly moving and it's just another thing to carry. Oh my god, what beautiful trees I see now. I will show you. I'm not joking, I really saw a parrot on this tree, like a green bright parrot, the one that you can find in Hyde Park. It's just so magical, you know. So about what actually happened to me in the park. So remember, I was sitting on a bench filming my video, and then a few minutes later some guy sat next to me on a bench, and I'm like, Corona times, no thank you. It sounds ridiculous, I get it, but I mean, if we're even not allowed to go on a tube at the moment, How is it justified to sit next to someone on a bench?
Laid in the gutter, norms were so morally proper and clean.
So I need to put on my mask, which means only one thing. We reached the coffee shop. Let's go.
He was always pretending one couldn't be who one wanted to be, and he feels so real in the warmth of another man's company. What does he know?
I actually wanted to get an almond croissant because they do the best almond croissants ever, but they ran out of them, so I had to go with a banana bread. Apparently it's really good too, so let's give it a try. I mean, it's okay. It's better with coffee, of course, but my coffee is behind my phone. It's sort of holding my phone, so I think I'll just carry on eating. Oh, that banana / walnut bread was actually much better than I thought it would be. Now I still have my coffee. And we are heading to our last stop for the day, which is Mile End Park, because it is really close to Victoria Park. And the reason why I want to show it to you is because it's a nice park. I was cycling there too when I was just learning, but at the moment there is a corona testing site. Quite interesting. And I've been to that site because I was tested for corona too, and I had corona too, unfortunately. But that's a whole different story. I'm not scared to go there because it's not like I'm going inside, and it's yeah, I mean, it's not dangerous at all. We made it to Mile End Park. I'm always curious how palm trees survive English weather. Just how?
Come alive. Can't wait the sun to shine. Lift the sails and follow my own tide.
So behind me is a corona testing site that I was telling you about. Basically, they turned like a cafe into the testing site, and you just walk in, you have like a time slot. Once you're there, it feels like you're in the airport. You go through like a small security check, and then they give you like a pack with all the materials you need to do the test yourself. So yeah, when I did it, my first test came unclear, so I had to do another test, and the second one was actually positive. So I just don't know how this cafe will function after corona is over. Like, are they still going to have it as a cafe, or are they gonna close it down? I don't know.
There's a screaming in there.
That's a corona testing site from another angle. Look how peaceful it looks like.
I'm not trusting. Right on now, right. I wanna escape and restart all.
So those were the places I wanted to show you in this area. Of course, we haven't done the canal walk as well, and if we spend another half an hour, we can probably reach Olympic Park, which is also a really cool place to visit. And Westfield Shopping Center is also in that area, but you know that all of the shops are closed at the moment. And also, if you're wondering how it is like to be in London during lockdown, it is quite strict lockdown. Like, we are not allowed to leave our area, so all of the non-essential travel is basically not permitted. I mean, international travel is banned completely. Coffee shops are opened only for takeaway, like beauty salons and shopping malls are all closed. It's been like this for 2 months now, but they now have released a plan when everything will be reopening, which is like mid-April. So yeah, it's been pretty strict. I personally didn't hear any stories of people actually being fined. So like, I know that people are using the tube for non-essential services, but they're not being fined, so that's why everyone is doing it. Even if you are not getting fined, I think it's still not an excuse to not follow the rules. So that's why a few months I have stayed within my area, which is quite hard for me because I do love London and I like exploring London, taking pictures. Like, I miss it a lot, but at the same time, if it is the last month, then I'm willing to do it in order for things to come back to normal and actually visit my home country eventually. As the future looks bright, and I'm looking forward to it.
I wanna escape and restart home. I wanna escape to
As I'm slowly approaching home, I think it's time to say goodbye, and thank you so much for exploring with me today. And look what a cute car! Thank you so much, and I hope that there will be more exploring happening once lockdown is over, or maybe I'll go to another area which is close by. And yeah, see you soon.
Can't wait, the sun is shining. If the sails and follow my own tide, yeah. There's a stream